pterodactyl. So I feel like pterodactyl's probably the closest thing to like what we still have around today. Because birds are pretty much dinosaurs.
I think it is because I mean, skateboarders' jobs are like a joke. Like they don't do anything all day if they're not skateboarding. They just like, I mean, honestly, like they don't. If you're not gonna go skating that day, then you have nothing at all to do unless you like pay a bill or something or go to a skate park. So I think that's why skateboarders become like either artists, musicians, or volleyball players, or whatever the fuck they do. If they find an interest, because they have so much time on their hands when they're not skateboarding. So it's kind of easy, and if you find like an outlet that's kind of like creative in that sense, like sponsors will kind of support it in a way. So like sponsors throw events like, oh, you play music, like we'll have you play a show. If you're a photographer, we'll put your photos up. If you're an artist, we'll put your art up. So it's kind of like a weird world. Like when you mentioned like how did I cross over, it's kind of like the same world, you know. I love it because it's fun, but I think what I've learned from traveling and playing our songs live is not every place is the same. Every place is really different, and there's always like a different crowd. Sometimes there's nobody there, sometimes there's a lot of people there, and sometimes it sounds great and you can hear everyone playing, and sometimes you can't hear shit. But I think what we are good at is just playing anywhere, and we can like make the best out of anything. Because I don't think we've ever been bummed on like somewhere we've played where like, oh, this spot sucks, or like the sound sucks here. Because I feel if you put out the vibe that you're like not having a good time, or you think it's like the spot's not good enough, I think that's like lame to the people. If there's people that are watching you and they're just like, oh, these guys are dicks, they just don't even want to play here, you know? Yeah. So I think no matter how either small or big or good or the spot is you're playing, I think what we learn is to always just have a great time and party. I mean, it's easier when it's like a bad sounding area and there's not that many people, so we just get a little drunker, I think, on those shows than the other ones. But they're always fun. Yeah, you just gotta treat it like every show the same. Like it's a fun thing, which it is. To be honest, I'm still pretty confused by it myself, but I think it happened from me and a friend of mine commenting on of Instagram by the name of at three corgis, and then we just would put hard eyes on the photos of the dogs. They're so damn adorable. And I think the owners of the dogs, they work in the company that we got the record deal through. So I think they eventually like looked at the idiots posting all these hard eyes, and they saw that it was me and my friend Josh, and then she discovered that my Instagram was like a banned Instagram. So then she like tagged her husband on the Instagram, and I think that started a chain reaction where they took notice and then they were interested in our music. But I think it spawned from liking corgi photos. I think the idea is really cool, and from what I saw, from what you showed me, I think it looks crazy. I mean, not crazy in a bad way, just crazy in a very interesting, cool way. Like, I was looking at it, I was like, man, how do you skate this? It just looks fun.
I think it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, I've always felt skateboarding was like such a cool artistic thing, and like to like actually make art that is skatable, I think it's fucking awesome.